Hello, everybody. I thought maybe I would just do some kind of ask for some good messages today. See what Spirit wants us to know. Doing a little light worker check here. I feel like it's important right now. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held, and the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. And at the bottom of the deck is play. And I just did a reading for Cancer, and that one came out. So here it is again, reminding us that one of the best ways to meet. So I guess I just went online. All right. So here's what we have from the light workers. We have deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held, and the great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe, and play. Have fun, celebrate, and don't be so serious. So those are our messages today from the Lightworker deck. How to get through this energy. It's tough, isn't it? Tough energy. I'm tired. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a hard time sleeping. And so because of that, I just wake up and I'm still tired, I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I feel like it has something to do with the eclipse season that we're in. It's really important for us to love ourselves and take good care of ourselves and not be so serious about life, right? It's an experience. Spirit, clarify a deep replenishment for me, for the collective, for everyone who's going to be drawn to this reading. Okay, so there's a lot of shocking things happening during this time because things are being removed from our lives. You know what I mean? This could be directly affecting your home with the Four of Wands here. Hi, I'm doing a collective reading today. The Great Gatherings. Spirit, can you clarify this for the collective? This is like the Great Awakening, you know what I mean? This is like people that are thinking like thoughts, from spirit are coming together. This could be happening while you sleep, while you rest through this thing. Like I feel like, the High Priestess is here with the Four Swords. So I feel like you're getting a lot of intuitive hits here, which is what the card is even saying. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe, and the Page of Cups. So again, we're talking about playing. We're talking about tapping into our inner self, doing things that we like to do when we were a child. And that's what it kind of raises our spirit, our soul. It raises our soul when we interact with that inner child, because we're so much pure soul as a child, you know what I mean? Before society comes and gets a hold of us and tells us something's wrong. So I feel like there could be a lot of inner struggles during this time, like maybe even arguments. And because I feel like what's happening, we've got these north and south nodes in the mix of this with this eclipse stuff. And the eclipse we just had was in Libra with the south node, which is all about closing out karmic contracts. So I feel like there's a lot of people leaving our lives, whether it's by our choice or if it's by theirs, or if they just simply aren't part of our crowd anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like all of us are seeing this happen where, some of the people that we've tolerated, but they give us anxiety, are leaving our life. And I feel like this could be like a pretty tough energy to get through, you know? And so Spirit is saying, like, reach down deep. What do you love to do? What do you love to do that makes you feel like you're having fun, you know? Because I feel like what's happening is, like, you know, some people are falling away from you, but others are coming in. You know what I mean? It's like the law of attraction. What are you putting out there? You know what I mean? If you put out this kind of energy, I don't know. If you accept this kind of energy, this fighting, this nonsense, this anxiety, right? I feel like no bueno. I feel like it's important for you to like enjoy life instead of like arguing and fighting. And I think you're coming to that realization as well. So let's see. Let's change decks here and we'll clarify. Tell me, you want to know what it looks like is leaving you during this deep replenishment? Because you have a Tower. And it looks like confusion is what's leaving, and clarity and stability are coming in, you know? And this could be like while you're resting, while you're healing, you know, while you're talking to Spirit. Yeah, there's an integration happening. I keep getting this card. So it's talking about you and your soul being aligned, you know, like your human kind of like going like, oh, I get it now. I get it. Like, this is way bigger than just my human existence. This is about an experience for my soul. And I think when we realize that, something inside of us changes, because we kind of take a step over and we're like, okay, Spirit, like, what is it that you really want to do? Right? I feel like some of you, this could feel like dark night of the soul. And dark night of the soul is when, I mean, it's a dark night for the human. You know what I mean? And it happens so that the soul can come to the surface, so that the soul, you know, can lead your way. You know what I mean? Because it's just time. It's like the Wheel of Fortune, sort of like, right? Yeah, and then here's the North Node. So see, like the North Node is in Aries, and Aries is the Emperor energy. So what that might feel like is us like realizing our independence, you know? I feel like I did so much research on that Aries North Node when I was preparing for the eclipse readings. And it's all about kind of like stepping out of your comfort zone and kind of taking the lead, you know, in whatever, in everything, you know, taking a step outside of your comfort zone, going toward the North Node. It's something brand new, and you're doing it alone with Aries and the North Node. This is you and your soul being driven, and you realizing the power of that soul, you know. In fact, I would say the Emperor is one of the most powerful cards in the deck, you know, because he can manifest anything. And that's where all of us are reaching for, is this Emperor energy. We can't help it. It's just part of what we're doing, you know. We're walking away from the Libra South Node. And the Libra South Node can be, I was trying to see if I have my stuff written down here. I don't know where it is. It's kind of like being a people pleaser, trying to like make other people happy instead of yourself. It's like being around people who have expectations way too big. It's like trying to like calm everybody down, like it's that energy, you know. That's what we're walking away from. And we're walking toward this independent feeling of the Emperor, you know, this independent, like I can do anything. It's the I am energy, you know. I am capable. I am powerful. I am love, you know, all those things, right? So I feel like this great gathering, I mean, starting, probably already started, right? But it's saying like you're going to feel like this harmony and flow inside of yourself, you know? This is actually happening while you're resting. So I feel like there could be dreams, you know, and visions. If you are a meditator, this would be something like that. You could have a great new idea, or you could remember something from when you were a child and just go for it. This is your higher self, like guiding you to change your energy, right? Let's see. Yeah, I feel like there's things that need to be released. What are they? Karma. See what I'm saying? Like the South Node represents karma, past lives, things that don't serve us anymore, things that we already know. We already know how to be, um, you know, a people pleaser. We've already done that. We've already experienced that in our life. Now it's time to like take control. Emperor. Right? So that's exactly what this card is about. And part of like walking away from that South Node and those things that you've already learned, you don't need to learn them now. You've already learned them. You know what I mean? And really feel like it's about trying to calm the storm. And I feel like it causes you a lot of anxiety. And that is Libra South Node, you know, anxiety about making everything fair. You know, think about Libras. You know, they're all about justice. They're all about making everything fair. Well, it's telling me we've been in that energy. We've already learned the lesson. And now it's time to learn something new. Something new, like about Aries. They can manifest anything. I feel like you have a little doubts and confusion in your mind about something, and maybe even walking away from this like people pleasing thing. This could be your family, you know, like you have to keep the peace in your family, you know what I mean? And maybe walking away from it is something that makes you feel guilty, you know, because I see the guilt card here, confusion, fear, you know, you're afraid to not be the peacemaker. So remember that what we're clarifying is the play cards. It's about like kind of like reaching into your little self and doing stuff you loved to do when you were little. You know, get out the glitter and the glue stick. You know what I mean? Like, what did you love to do? Something is about to change, but you have to have the courage to do it. And the energy that's the North Node is in is courageous energy. They have no fear. The Emperor has no fear. So I feel like this is what's changing inside of you. And the way to get there is to play. It's to have fun. It's to lighten up. That's what's going to change your energy with the alchemy card, you know. I feel like you have ancestors that are helping you with this. This is a hard one to get through, I feel like, because if you're just like, let's say you are a Libra, like a Libra ascendant, you know, or sun or whatever. I mean, it's just in your DNA to please people and to calm other people down. Like, but you put yourself in the back seat about that. Like, you aren't putting yourself first, you know? Hello. Hello. Yeah, temperance. Temperance is about changing your energy, and it's called also alchemy. And so what it's saying is that the way to change this energy, like I want to fix everything, and I don't, you know, I know I can't do that anymore, but it brings up some kind of confusion inside of you, like, man, that's all I've ever known. And spirit is going like, it's time for a change, man. You got to look after yourself. You got to realize your power in the Aries North Node. That's why it's here. It's so you can go for it, so you can understand what you want and bring it right in. The Emperor is the master at manifesting, you know. So, what is it that you want? Once you change this energy, once you start having fun, celebrating you, not worrying about what other people are doing and thinking and saying and what you could do to fix it. I have a daughter that's a Libra, and that's her first thing. Whenever something happens, a big, huge problem happens in life, you know, with one of the kids or anything like that, she's like, I just don't know how to fix it. She says it all the time. And she is a Libra. She's Libra everything. And so she definitely has that, you know, that thing where she wants to like smooth everything out for everybody. But what's happening is something is changing inside of you. You know, it's this alchemy. And you have ancestors that are helping you do that. I feel like there's a brand new beginning for you. I feel like you're getting an epiphany from your higher self here. This is really, really beautiful. All of this happens just because you're trying to have fun. You know what I mean? Freedom. Look at that. New opportunities. It's almost like this one act of playing changes your whole existence. You know, it changes your whole reality. It's so here's the key to the person who was asking me, like, how do I change the energy? Well, you do it by playing. You do it by satisfying that inner child, you know? I'm doing good. And I'm doing a morning reading, so I'm going to pull cards for you guys. I know that you all wanted me to pull cards on the Cancer reading, but I just don't really usually do that. So I like to do them on these like little morning kind of messages. And this one's is about how to change your vibe, you know, and we're doing it right now, all of us. And it's because of the eclipses, it's because of the north and south node. And there are big shifts happening. They can be confusing, they can be scary, you know, but like just lean into this change. Lean into the fun part of you. You know what I mean? Go do something today. Go do something today that makes you smile. I don't care what it is. You could paint rocks. You could go hunting rocks. I love to hunt for rocks. My thing is heart-shaped rocks, and I have a million of them. Here's one. Isn't that cute? So you're just walking along. I remember when this first started happening to me, like the heart rocks. It was, you know, when I first started like getting messages or hearing them, like calming down enough to hear my higher self, you know. And I saw the rocks, and I really grew up, you know, kind of a Bible-oriented family. And when I saw the rocks that are heart-shaped, I kept thinking of a scripture in the Bible that says, you know, if you don't share or whatever, it says, I'll make the rocks cry out. And I was thinking about that when I saw this, and I'm like, this is the rock saying, I love you, Tina. You know what I mean? So go out and look for some heart rocks. It's so cool. And then when you automatically think to yourself, like, the universe is telling me that it loves me. And they're showing me this rock because they want me to know that I'm loved. You know? Yeah, it sounds like child kind of ideas, doesn't it? But it really changed my vibe. It really, really did. And I probably spent, I don't even know how many years looking for heart rocks. And I have them all over my house, all over outside in my gardens. Like, I just have them everywhere. They mean so much to me because each one is a message from the spirit saying, I love you, man. The universe telling me that, you know. So anyway, I mean, you could do something as simple as that. Just go on a hunt for some heart-shaped rocks. It's amazing what happens to us, you know, how we can get really excited about the cutest, tiniest little things. And so that's what I have. So is there someone here that wants a message? I know Nick did earlier, so I'm going to ask Nick. I'm going to do a little reading for Nick. Are you still here, Nick? Lady T, thank you for subscribing. What's your name? Is your name Tammy? Yes, you can, Monette. Nick. Let's see what Spirit has to say for Nick. I hope you're still here, Nick. Angel, spirits, guides. Oh, 10 of Cups. That's unconditional love, the moon, and the Emperor. So I feel like honestly what's coming for you is a big change. I don't think you see it coming, but I do feel like it has everything to do with the eclipses. Maybe it started on the last one on the 25th, but it's got everything to do with unconditional love. It's got everything to do with the Emperor. So remember, the Emperor is the energy of Aries. So it's telling me that something's shifting inside of you. You don't even see it, but it's kind of like divine timing. It's about unconditional love. It's about loving people right where they're at. And there's the gratitude alarm. What are you grateful for today, you guys? I am grateful that I'm going to go get a haircut today, and I'm super stoked about it. And I've only cut my own hair for like a whole year, and it's just fucked up, man. Can you tell? I cut it the other day, and it's just like me trying to like be a cheapskate. So I called the lady, and I'm like, can you give me a trim? Like, I know I screwed up my hair. Okay, so Nick, you've got the 10 of Cups, the Moon, and the Emperor. I feel like you're just about to like embark on this North Node journey, step out of your comfort zone and do something that you really, really love to do. And I think you have to be very brave to do it. Maybe it's something you wish for on the moon. Maybe it's something that you've been wishing for a long time. But I feel like it is something that opens up your heart and shows you the power that you have. The Emperor is about manifesting whatever you want, no matter how big it is. Okay. King of Wands is clarifying the Emperor, telling me that you have power. You have power, and maybe this is something that you didn't see before, but wands are about, they're about magic, you know, they're about firepower, they're about well, like healing gifts, they're about psychic gifts, they're about, so I feel like something new is coming in, you know, and I think it makes you feel good, and that's what leads you to the Emperor, because you feel it. I feel like maybe you've been healing up about something, and this could be where you get the epiphanies about how much power you have, you know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of time it's during healing that we receive the messages, you know, or we understand something new for and the Magician is here. Like, while I'm doing this reading, you guys, I want to tell you that I put up a short today, and it's just some candles burning and a song, and it is for a soul friend of mine that's been my soul friend for many, many, many years, and I was actually married to him, and I'm not now. I'm divorced from him, but he was a big part of my life, and he's having a really difficult time right now. He's in the hospital and having a really serious surgery and a lot of really serious health problems. So I put the candle video up for him. And if you guys want to, like, I don't know, put a comment on there, or a heart or something like that to share, I really am asking my tribe that watches my channel to really, like, just offer some love and support to that situation. And I just wanted to mention that, and I want to thank you right now for doing it. I love you guys, and he really needs us. And so if you could do that. This is a person that I have come complete full circle with, you know, like as far as spiritual things go. And that guy has given me more gifts than anybody spiritually. And anyway, I just would like some support here in sending some love to that situation. He's going to be going into surgery at 10 o'clock. I'm trying to think. Like, what time is it now? It's 11. It's right now. It's right now. He could be in surgery right now. So I'm sending you love, Paul. And thank you guys. So I feel like what you're manifesting here, Nick, Nick, this is for you. This reading is for you, honey. I don't know if you were off for a minute. But what I see happening is you manifesting unconditional love into your life. And I feel like it's coming. And I feel like you're in the Emperor energy. So I feel like you can have it. Like it's here. It's coming. I feel like there's something new that you're learning. It could be about your higher self. You know what I mean? Like the high priestess is here. So maybe you're connecting in a really big way in your third eye, getting messages about really who you are, and I do feel like there's this energy of, I don't know if it's like an energy of doing a ritual with the moon, or if it's an energy of like recovering from something, Okay, so what are you manifesting? Success and Two of Cups. So you know what? You've got love coming in, Nick. You've got love coming in, and there's a new beginning. You're manifesting it. Spirit, tell me who this is. Tell me who's coming in. Okay, so it could be somebody that's also a manifester. This is somebody who is passionate. I feel like they follow their passion to money. I feel like they know how to manifest money, whoever this is. They're very good at it. And I think this is something that, has been, I don't know, set in motion, maybe with the ritual, right? I don't know if you're using fire energy, but it's definitely here. So, yeah, maybe you need to do a little ritual, light some candles, and talk to your higher self, because I feel like what you're doing is manifesting love. It's going to be successful. And I feel like, you're learning a lot about yourself here too, because you're riding in Emperor energy. So I kind of feel like, there's just no limit to what you can manifest for yourself, Nick. Thank you, Monette. Okay, so Nick, that's what I got for you. I feel like you're manifesting what you want. So sky's the limit here with this Emperor energy. I mean, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Gemini. I did Gemini yesterday. I did so it's in there. It's like press the live tab on my page. Pretty much all of my readings are live. Virginia. And let's see, Monette. Thank you, Luz. Yes, you can. I'm going to do Monette now. She wants a message. Give me a message for Monette, Spirit. It looks to me like you're needing to make a decision here, like whether you should put more time and effort into something. I feel like Two of Swords is about like surrendering something, and the Seven of Pentacles is about, I've been working on something for a long time, but it just seems like I'm not getting anything out of it, but I think that you are getting something out of it. It's just that like, I don't think it has been like maybe at the speed that you wanted. And I feel like, maybe it's time to like just surrender that up to your soul and say like, I really want that, but I'm not really seeing the payoff for it. Can you help me see the payoff, or remove it, right? You're just saying like, whatever you want to do, Spirit, is okay with me. I just want to know. Look at you, 10 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. This is about love. This is a love situation. And you don't know what to do about it. How come? This is a soul friend. This is 10 of Cups. So this could be like a lover. It could be a best friend. It could be okay. I feel like what's happening is like something's changing in the situation, like there's a transformation here. Wheel of Fortune is here and the sun is coming out. So this could be saying like, you know, as soon as you surrender the outcome of this, like what is meant to happen will happen. The wheel is here. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like the wheel um of the universe, like it's lucky. It's Jupiter, I think. I'm pretty sure. So it's turning things around so that you're seeing things from a the sun. So that's about happiness, it's joy. I feel like underneath what you feel like is something wasn't fair. It seems like it's taken too long. Maybe it even ended and you've been working on it. You want a new beginning here and you want it to happen fast, right? So tell me what this brand new beginning is here with the Ace of Pentacles for Monette. The new beginning is your wish fulfillment. The new beginning is a wish fulfillment, but it looks like something has to close out first. Like there has to be a closing out of something. It's the surrender. Like you're going to have to surrender the outcome and then you get wish fulfillment. I think what you're asking yourself about is a specific relationship. This could be a friend, a family member, a lover. It's somebody that you love. It's somebody that you love unconditionally, and you're kind of at this place where you don't know what the hell to do. Like, has this been worth it or not? So I feel like once you surrender it, it's like things change. It's almost like you got to relinquish control. You know what I mean? And like give it to your higher self and say like, I don't really know, what do you, what do we want? Like, what do we want? What does the higher self and I really, really want? And I'm tired of trying to control this, and I'm going to let you have it, spirit. And I feel like that kind of, it could be about you having some kind of a guard up around yourself, or trying to control the situation. So that's what I have for you, Monette. I hope that made sense. And let's see. Lose. You're welcome, Monette. Let's see. Lose. Lose R. That's a terrible name. I think you should change your name on here. It looks like loser. You don't want that name. That puts out a bad vibe for you. Okay, so tell me a message for lose. Something has to be cut out. Like there's some kind of shady behavior here, and it looks to me like you need to get honest with yourself, take the emotions out of it, and just cut yourself free from it. Like just get honest and let it go. I know it's probably a decision like that doesn't really even like have a good answer. Like there's no clear answer to that, because this two of swords, it's about these two guys back in the day. Do you remember how they used to just come and like there was nobody owned anything at the time. Like they just had this huge country, and people came from wherever and with their wagons and shit, and they're like, okay, I want to live here. And so they stake their claim, and that's that. Like there wasn't any kind of like rules or anything. This card is about two people that share a property line, and nothing was written down, and what they're talking about is where one property ends and the other begins. So I don't know if that means anything to you, Luz, but that's what the card means. And the answer is sun, the sun. So you have to like look at the abundance that you already have. You have to cut out like this shady shit. You have to cut out the indecision, and you have to look toward everything that you already have, right? I feel like there could be an offer coming in. Like it's the Knight of Cups, so it could be a love offer, right? I feel like the Seven of Swords was sad. You know, like the Seven of Swords, like somebody hurt you or something like that. And I feel like you're, healing up from that, maybe walking away and starting something new. Like this could be like a new job, right? You don't see this coming, but it's coming in. It's a new job and it's something you enjoy, I feel like. Yeah, and there's a lot of money there, and it's aligned with your soul. So, what it's telling me here is like, you don't see what's coming. There's a change coming, and I think there's a little bit of fear and a little bit of anxiety about it, but it's a new offer. It's something that you like, and it's plentiful, like the harvest card is here, right? So, that's what I have for you. I hope that made sense. Virginia. Oh, it's light in Spanish. Oh, you're welcome. Sonia. I need to do Virginia, don't I? This is the hard part. Virginia. Let's see what your message is, Virginia. Let me get a different deck here. Thanks, you guys, for hitting the like button. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing. Who am I talking to? Virginia. The first card out is the Six of Wands, success. Like this is like somebody standing on a stage and being applauded, like maybe a singer, maybe something, but you're being noticed by people. Two of Cups. You have success with a soul friend here. There's stability too. I feel like this is something that you talked about with your higher self, and it's exciting. Like you feel young. Yeah, this is new love. If you're already in a relationship, I feel like this is like bumping up to the next level. Am I talking to Virginia? I think so. Let's see. What are you talking about? Yeah, you're closing out a cycle. What is the cycle? Okay, so it looks to me like you had a pattern maybe before, like some kind of patterns, somebody who, maybe wasn't all that nice or something. And you've been talking to your higher self about it. I feel like that is closing out. I also see the Emperor here. So I'm wondering if that's you stepping up to the plate and being that Emperor, because the Emperor is Aries, and the Aries is North Node is in Aries. So we're all striving for that energy, doing something different, going in a new direction, and whatever this is, it's successful. It brings in a lot of money. It opens up your heart and it makes you feel very young. So I sort of feel like you got love coming in and bumping up and changing, changing you. Tell me more about this Two of Cups. Yeah, it's in alignment too. It's like this is where your soul is leading you. So this Two of Cups this could represent a person, like a lover, a friend, but it's a soul friend, right? Or it could be you finding your higher self and becoming this Emperor, closing out fucking cycles that don't work for you anymore, manifesting success, manifesting money, and coming from a heart space. It's all aligned. Like, look at you. You see that? That's your soul coming out to guide you. Your soul coming out to show you the way to happiness, to fulfillment. That's what I feel like is happening for you. That's a cool reading. Virginia. Sonia. Will I find happiness and get promoted to the job I am now doing? Will I find happiness? Let's see. Let's do this one. Spirits, angels, guides. We're talking about to Sonia. Tell me messages for Sonia about work, about being happy. Okay. Sonia, I feel like there's a tower here and a devil. So I feel like there is either a big fear or a person that causes you fear, and it's being kind of like taken out of your life. Yeah, this is all kind of nasty energy here. Like something is coming crumbling down because it's just not working for you. You know what I mean? You got the Seven of Swords. This could be about someone just doing something shady, stealing something from you. Well, it's about to end because it's not serving you at all. Something is ending. So yeah, you feel very attacked here by someone or many people. Well, what is there anything good coming after the tower? What's good coming in after the tower? Something's being made fair. Something's equaling out in a love situation. 10 of Cups. Something's balancing out. There's a new offer here. Could be about work. Knight of Pentacles. I think it's a big change. You know, I feel like you've come from this place where you feel like, ugh, like everything fucking sucks, you know? And then in comes the Six of Pentacles, which is about, it can be about balancing things out and equal give and take. Then the 10 of Cups, like a heart opening, unconditional kind of love feeling, right? And then there's this offer, Knight of Pentacles. This could be something that has taken a long time, like this offer, right? Hi. Okay. So I feel like whatever this offer is, it feels like it's taken a long time, but it's definitely something that's changing your life. It's like you're closing the door to one thing and opening the door to another one. Wow, thank you. Thank you, Virginia, for the super chat. That's fun. Thank you so much. Okay. So here's what's happening. Like this new offer is, it's something. Okay, you have to let go of something first in order to have it. It's a confused state. It's a, I don't know. I think it's got something to do with this top row, you know. Let me show you this top row. Maybe you can tell me since you're here. I'm going to scroll this up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My first super chat on a live stream. I love you. Thank you for that. I feel so loved. Yes, I met someone while I'm waiting to leave my current marriage. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. Let me show you this top row. It's like something's ending. It's something that was toxic. You know, it was something that was fucked up, like shady behavior. And it was something that made you feel like you had to defend yourself, right? And then here comes this new offer. Now, this offer, whatever it is, it could be like a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but it's saying like it's slow moving, you know, but you do have to let something go. It's something that is done, dead, and gone. You have to let it go in order for you to be able to manifest this new beginning, you know, like you got to close out one thing before you can have the other. So that might be why the Knight of Pentacles is here saying like it's going to take a little while because you really got to let this other thing go. And it looks to me like the other thing is painful. You know what I mean? Look at all those swords in that guy's back and somebody's running away. So it's kind of like a pretty fucked up situation. But this person that's coming in, the Six of Pentacles, this Knight of Pentacles, is kind of evening things up. And you know what? It looks like a beautiful kind of relationship. Let me show you. Do you see it? It's like, it's the unconditional love card, you know? It really is. It's like somebody who's fair. It's not somebody who's, you know, like making you feel attacked and like they're cheating or stealing or something like that. Like that Seven of Swords is shady, you know? It's like someone just kind of doing shit behind your back. This one too, you know, like they stab you in the back and run the fuck away, you know. Well, you're rising up here into the Magician card and manifesting something brand new. Good for you. What you're manifesting is the whole enchilada here with the Lover's card. This is a fated event. This is someone who's meant to be in your life. This is someone who makes you understand your divine energy of the Empress. This is someone who sees you as the Empress. This is someone who makes you feel like the Empress, which is, in my opinion, one of the best energies of all time. Okay. Tell me about, were you asking about work? Tell me about work. Okay, I see you being stable in your work, knowing your value. That's pretty important. I feel like what you don't see coming is there's a new option. You know what I mean? There's a new option maybe for work and you have to decide. You might have to, like I said, like this is a lot about leaving old behind and going into a new space. Like it's closing the door to one thing and opening the door to something else. So that's what I'm seeing. Do you have any? Let's get some. Can you give me some advice for her? Okay, I think some of the things that might be changing in here is the way you see something, like some kind of memories. Could be about your marriage, you know, it could be about all this negative whole top row here. I think it's time for you to release that so that you can have stability and harmony and flow coming in. And I think it's not just in love, it's in money too. I do feel like it's really important for you to like understand your value as far as work is concerned. You know what I mean? Because when we start to feel like we're not enough or something like that, we're attracting. But what I see you is sitting pretty here in the Queen of Pentacles. You know what you're worth. And I think that's what you're manifesting in is a job that's fulfilling, one that brings in stability. I feel like there's a lot of kind of like changing of your thoughts, the way you feel about your past, you know, like you're really surrendering it. You are. I feel like there's going to be a lot of growth over the summer for you as far as the way you feel about yourself and about your life and about your future. I do feel like there's a huge like alignment happening for you and your higher self here with the Transcendence card. You know, that's like going up farther than you've ever gone in your spiritual journey, you know, becoming one with your higher self. It's actually quite beautiful. All right, so that's what I have for you, Virginia. And one more time, thank you so much for the super chat. That's super fun. Let's see. Let's see. Where else? Who else was here? Devil Life. Let's see. Husband true. What's your husband's true intentions? Let's see. How does Devil Life, his husband, what is the intention for Sama wife? Over. It's over. That's what their true intention is for this Sama wife. Okay, I think that's all the questions. Asia, reunion with my crush. Is it possible? Please tell me. Spirits, angels, guides. Let's talk about this. Did I do Sonia? Did I do Sonia yet? And I'm asking for Asia now. Asia. You can manifest it. I feel like your soul is taking the lead here. If you allow it to, the judgment card, like the judgment card and the magician card is pretty much saying like your soul knows how to manifest anything. So I feel like if you're in alignment, you could manifest that. But I feel like if you're honest with yourself, you know, you might see that, you know, this relationship that you're asking me about, Asia, might have been like kind of a burden, is what it looks like to me. And maybe you need to like see it from a new perspective, which could be why the soul is here, right? I feel like the first thing that you need to do here is like, I feel like you need to work on yourself and like understanding who you are in this planet. Like, you know how I'm always talking about like understanding your value and loving yourself and all of those kinds of, they're really important because when we're manifesting, we got to be in the energy of what we want. You know what I mean? And it looks to me like this person from the past was kind of a burden. They caused problems. Was it worth it? You know? And I feel like your higher self is trying to show you something, like how valuable you are on this planet, how much power you really have inside of your higher self. Do you see the two differences in the cats here? There's the little kitty cat, and then there's this jaguar, and he's looking at it in the water. And so that's like realizing the power of your soul. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's some work that needs to be done because, I mean, why would you want a relationship that's a burden, right? When you could have a Two of Cups. Like it's saying, like, when you start to love yourself, you're going to be attracting a soul friend relationship. But you've got to kind of own your power. You've got to kind of understand your value. And then that's when the new beginning will come, Asia. And I don't know that it's the crush. I feel like it's somebody different. I feel like it's pretty clear telling me that the person that you're asking about was kind of a heavy load, you know? Sonia. Did I answer Sonia? Kaylin, will David and me get back together? Oh, Spirit, what's going on with all these love readings? Do I need to do a all sign love reading? I have to go get my hair cut, and I'm going to this lady that I love. She just does such a good job on my hair. I have fucked up hair, dude, especially since I gotten older and it's gray. Like it does its own goddamn thing. I don't know what to do with it. So I have to drive like an hour to get there. So I'm going to have to leave pretty soon. But what I might do when I get home is come on. It might be later this afternoon, like 4 or 5 or something like that. And I'll do like, how's my person feel or something like that, like what's going on with them. Maybe I could do UV them. Why don't you let me know what you want? I know it's time. It's time, right? Okay, so who am I talking to here? Let's see. Will David and me get back together? Well, maybe. I mean, I do see the Fool card here, but it looks like it could be slow, and it looks like you're going through agony waiting for them, waiting for their message. You got the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest knight in the deck. You got the Five of Cups, which is you mourning the loss, wishing them to come back. Nine of Swords, up all night, worried about it, anxious. Are they coming back? Are they coming back? And then finally here comes some kind of a message. And I do see the Fool. So, I mean, yeah, you could. I want some advice, though. That's the answer to your question. But here's what they're telling me about this situation. It's fucking toxic. Somebody got a temper, is there an addiction, something like that? Because I just get a feeling like anyone who puts us through this nightmare shit, out the door. I just feel that way. Like, learn the lesson and walk on. There's so many other people in the world. This person has taken 1,000,000 years to even send you a message, and you've been waiting and waiting, right? Yeah. You need to heal up from this. You need to change your energy so that you're not even wanting a person like that. You need to love yourself, babe. Love yourself. You can't just sit here and wait for somebody to come back to you that's fucked you over, that's put you through all this darkness. Like, take the lesson and stand up for yourself, change your energy, heal up from this. I would say, yeah, they're coming back in, but I don't think, I just really feel like the advice here is like, heal up, love yourself. You deserve better than that, you know? That's how I feel about that person. Who was it? Yay, Easter. I know it's coming, huh? I know. I need to go to the store. If you guys knew how much like fucking social anxiety I have, you wouldn't believe it. But Kaylin, we've been on and off. When will Arjan contact me, and how's it going to be? I want better for both of us. Yeah. Well, the way to do that, honey, is raise your vibe. Because if you start loving yourself and like really treating yourself like, kind of like, I'll tell you what, I started like trying to figure out self-love like a super long time ago. And one of the things I did was I actually got honest with myself about a relationship I was in and said, like, if he was here still, what would really be happening? And the answer was, well, he'd be in the recliner, I'd be laying over here, and he has the remote. We don't speak to each other. Like, what kind of fucking fun is that? You know what I mean? I really had to get honest with myself about that relationship. So then I said, went one step farther. I'm only telling you guys this so you can help yourselves. And I said to myself, well, if I had my perfect mate, what would we be doing? Well, it would be doing something that you enjoy doing, right? So I love my camera. So that's what I used. Like, I'm like, well, I would probably want to go like hunting with my camera, like going and looking for cool things to take pictures of, going out in the woods or whatever. And so I never did that with him. He never even thought of doing that with me. Like, it was just not an option, but that really was something I wanted to do. So I loaded up my camera and I went out and I did it by myself. That's what I'm saying. Like, take yourself on dates, Take yourself on dates, love yourself. Your vibration raises, and then the people that you're going to attract are going to be someone in a higher vibe too. They're not going to be like the devil energy person. You attract what you put out. So if you're not in toxic energy yourself, you shouldn't be attracting a toxic person. Like, you want to be like in that maybe like Empress energy where you're loving yourself and other people. And then that's what comes to you, is other people like that, people that match that energy. So that's how I really kind of feel about it. Will my knee grow faster before summer? When will Arjan contact me and how's it going to be? I don't know if I can get the when, but what's going to happen when there's a contact here? There could be a message of love coming in, but they're still shady. Like, you got the Seven of Swords here. So they're like, I feel like you're getting clarity on this. You know what I mean? Like, you're seeing through it, because I feel like your energy is raising and Queen of Pentacles is here. So like, it's like you're understanding your value, you know, and you're letting go of this toxic shit is what's happening, you know, this desire, this person that you can't stop thinking about. I feel like, let's see. Yeah, I kind of feel like this is something you need to get honest with yourself, kind of what I was saying a minute ago. I feel like you're going to walk away, babe. I feel like that's even what your higher self wants to do in the so I'm sorry about that. But I feel like you're going to have to let it go. I do. I think you've been waiting a long time. I think you need to surrender the outcome. Also understand your own value. Think this through logically. Connect in with your higher self about it, is what I'm feeling. So that's what I see for you. I hope that made sense. That's what I got. I'm sorry if it doesn't resonate. I don't know. That's what came out. I can only read what they give me, right? When I think of my husband, he doing same. He trapped with bad energy. Yeah. What is going on here? I guess I don't understand, Mr. or Miss Goat. Like, will my knee grow faster? What do you mean, will my knee grow faster? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know about you, Mr. Goat. Helen, Helen, you want a message? I'm scared to give you a message sometimes. I'm going to look in the light worker deck. Let me see what's in the light worker deck for Helen. Okay, Helen, I'm giving you messages from the light worker deck because I don't want to even deal with your love situation. Like, you're on your own mission there. Here's what's happening in your spiritual life, though, Helen. It feels like you have a really big mission here as a light worker. I do feel like there's something that you have to like create boundaries for yourself that's here. Where do you need to establish better boundaries, so that you can get complete alignment? Look at this card, Helen. It's like all these hands trying to reach into her space, and it's talking about like creating boundaries from other people that might affect your energy. This could be like, I mean, television, it could be whatever. But it's also telling me that you have a double mission. It's about channeling and uplifting humanity. And the reason I wanted to do this is because sometimes, like, I know you're going through a really hard time, like a rough, dark night of the soul. And you want to know why we go through dark nights of the soul? Because we're so invested in something else that we're not paying attention to our spiritual journey. You know what I mean? Like, you get all wrapped up in another human being. So here's what it's saying. It's like you're part of this team that's creating heaven on earth right now with your love, with your light, with your kindness. Um, the Star Mother is here, and it's saying, how can you love yourself? How can you mother yourself? You know what I mean? Like, I know that you are a mother, and I know that you know what that means. Like, that love that we give to our children, it's just like our whole heart. There's nothing we wouldn't do to help them, to save them, to be with them one more second. How can you do that for yourself, is what this card is saying. What can you do to nurture you? And I feel like you need to focus on that, because I do feel like you're a channeler. And I just kind of feel like you need to like focus on your higher self, create boundaries with people and places and things, because you're on this mission. And I feel like maybe the most important card here is how you're loving yourself. How are you doing that? Are you doing it? What can you do to really make yourself feel loved from, your human and your soul all together? How can you do that? That's what I kind of feel like. Because, Helen, you're part of something great. Look at you. Double mission, right? Double mission, channeling and uplifting. See, you're here to talk to spirit. You're here to channel for spirit. You're here to offer help and advice and love, so that you can create this beautiful heaven right here on the planet. And I do feel like you're that kind of person. You're so loving. I feel that energy. Well, whenever I get an email from you, I feel all kinds of good inside. I know there's just so much beauty and love inside of you. And I know you've been through a lot. But I really kind of feel like what Spirit is saying is like, it's time. Like, this person was most likely removed so you could focus on yourself. Who knows what happens once you do that? Does he come back? I don't know. Do you care? after you raise your vibe. I don't think so. You see, it's almost like you like give up control, right? Because you're just like going higher self, like, man, I've been through a lot. Like, what is this all about? I do trust you though. And your higher self is saying, like, well, you're here for a huge reason. You're here to work with the higher realms. You're here to bring in that energy. You know, I don't know if you were listening when I was talking about the ascended master of Saint Germain, you know. He's the master of transmuting energy. And I think he's working with all of us right now. And the fun thing about that guy, and I read this about him, like I looked him up because he kept coming across my page, like Spirit was going like, investigate this, like investigate this. This is real. This is what you're doing. You're working with this too. And it talks about um, Atlantis, and you know how that was this thriving, beautiful paradise kind of place, and then it sunk, you know, right? Well, before it sunk, Saint Germain was there, trying to get people to rise, trying to get people to change their energy, change their vibration, and save that world, you know. So I feel like that's what's happening now. Again, he's back on the scene, and he's working with all kinds of people. You, me, Erica, all the people that are watching this right now. You know, we're all being called to change our vibe, raise our vibe, so that we can raise awareness. You know, that's what he was trying to do back in the day of Atlantis. So if you're interested in that, you should look it up. You should look this guy up, because that's the ascended master that's working with the masses right now. I'm positive of it. I'm not saying it's the only one, but there are some of us that are working really, really closely with that energy. So I think you're one of them, Helen. So, oh, I'm not talking about Helen. I'm not talking about Matt hating you. This is about you loving you. This is about you loving yourself and like understanding the commission from your higher self, like what you're really here for. You know what I mean? I promise you, it's not to sit around and think about somebody else, like what they're doing or how you can control it. It's not about that. It's about like right now, like I would say that having him removed from your life is giving you an opportunity to really get close with your higher self. And I think you would benefit from doing it, like those acts of kindness towards yourself, that really big nurturing. Like how did you how did you love your babies? You know, like you think about that, like how do you show them babies love? You know, you rock them, you hug them, you kiss their owie. You know, we just do all kinds of things for our kids, but we never ever do that for ourselves once we grow up, because we feel like it's what, I don't know, something. But I feel like that's kind of a call, like treat yourself like you would treat your own baby and see what happens next. That's what I feel like. Yay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope you can release the worry and the feeling about that, so something better can come in for you. You know, like a relationship with your higher self that's going to knock your socks off. I feel like. So, that's what I have, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to go get my hair cut now. I'll be back in a little while. We'll do a love reading, like you verse them or something, like how they're feeling and all that. Okay? I will. I'm excited to see her. I haven't seen her. I got my hair cut by her maybe about a year after Paul died, or maybe just a few months. I don't remember. But I have just cut my own hair since then, and it's just been a crazy ride. So I'll talk to you guys later. I love you so much. Bye.